Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to say goodbye to an old friend. I am here today to officially, this is hard, to officially retire my good old septum piercing. That's difficult. I don't want to do that. I don't particularly want to do it, but, circumstances and everything, make it so that I should. And, it's a difficult decision because, I got a lot of, emotional attachment to said, piece of metal through my face, which I'm sure a lot of people would find, stupid. Like, well, okay, you have a piece of metal through your face. Why would that be an emotional attachment? I don't know. I got it after I took my eyebrow piercing out, and in recompense for having to take my eyebrow piercing out, I got that. And I've had it for nearly 6 years now. I've had a good long run. Yeah, after about a week of deliberation, I have decided that, I want to take it out. I've been thinking a lot about it, and just trying to figure out, like, why have an emotional attachment to a piece of metal in your face? And I don't know, I think it's just like a physical representation of me. I don't know, like, you mod your appearance based on what you want the world to perceive of you. Like, yeah, look, I'm different. But, like, really, if you think about it, that's like a mindset. Like, it doesn't really matter what you look like on the outside. And if you truly base just your world on an aesthetic instead of actually like a mindset, like you agree with the subculture's point of view, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you just base it on the aesthetic, then it kind of takes away from a lot of it. So the aesthetic is like second to a mindset. Does that make any sense? Because it does in my head, but I don't know if that actually, like... Yeah, so I figure, after a lot of thinking, it's like, if I take it out, I'm still me. Like, I'm still gonna be Nash of trash. I'm still gonna listen to all my punk bands, my goth bands. I'm still gonna enjoy the subcultures and all this stuff. It doesn't really... I mean, yeah, just because I have to pursue job opportunities that don't allow me to have this. Thanks, guys. But, like, just because I have to do that, it doesn't mean, like, you sold out, or that you somehow changed, or... No, I mean, the mindset is still always going to be the same. So, I mean, who you are doesn't change just because you take a piece of metal out of your face, or you put more metal in. I mean, kudos to you if you can keep all your metal in your face. I mean... You the real MVP. I'm trying to be all philosophical, and I'm not very good at it. Like, I can say things eloquently in my head and be like, oh, yes, well, this doesn't really change who you are as a person, and be all inspiring, but then I try to get it out of my mouth, and my mouth is like, yeah, dude, you're you, and that's great, man. You go and do you. But no, I mean, I already took my... This one's actually pretty close. I mean, it's still, you can still, like, that's pretty good. This one you can still see through a bit. They were up to 7/16, they're about 0 now. This one actually fucked up in my sleep, and I got irritated, and that's why it's like a line. I mean, I can still get jewelry in it, that's like a 0, but from 7/16 to a 0, it's kind of like, okay, I don't know if they're going to shrink down anymore, or if they're just going to be 0 forever, which is, I mean, great, because if I ever decide to stretch them again, then, I mean, I'm at 0 already, so, but no, I took it out anyway, because that one was irritated, but I figured I should just kind of, like, leave them out for a while, and, try to be as professional as I can, because I really don't want to go back to retail. I've thought about it, and the thought of being in customer service and having to take the abuse of very ornery people, it doesn't really appeal to me anymore. Like, yeah, that's great. And then I'm going to have to start out at the minimum wage, so I'm trying to get, like, an office-y job. Which, I mean, me in an office. I mean, that doesn't really seem, I mean, truly, my dream job would be, paranormal investigator, obviously, or anthropologist, but, ghost hunting doesn't really, pay a lot, and, anthropology costs too much, so, I'm kind of just stuck. So I figured, I'm good with computers, I'm good with information, I would really be fine in an office-y setting. I can do your job. In order to get one of those, you know, for more professionally jobs, you need to look the part. But I don't think about it as like selling out or conforming. It's kind of like secretly infiltrating the group of professionals. You're just like, yes. You're not like, hi guys, I'm one of you now. You're like, yes. It's like that guy when he goes to that one meme about the guy that goes to school and he's like, hello, fellow children. It's like that, I feel like. So, I guess we should just get to it. I mean, thankfully this one's easy enough to get out, but did I just lose the freaking ball to that? Oh, well, I mean, it's the universe. Oh, it's at my sleeve. It's been a part of me for 6 years. It's just kind of like, after 6 years, you kind of get used to seeing it. It's like when I took my lip piercing out, except I didn't think to make a video about that, but I took a lot of pictures, so I was like, hi. Carl over right there. It's like a little indent when you suck onto it. Yeah. But no, it's been a part of me for six years. It's like, and yeah, I know all that stuff I just said about it. It doesn't matter what you look like. The aesthetic of it's not as important. Yeah. But still, I mean, having it for 6 years, it's kind of like you do develop an emotional attachment to it, and it's, I don't know. You know, whatever. Do it. Just gotta do it. Just gotta do it. I know. So, come on. Come on. Oh. No. I mean, okay. That's it. I still have my, I mean, it's the only one, you can't even see that one because I have such a small stud in right now, but I do have my nose pierced over here. Put a small one in because I had an interview the other day. Yeah, I went in for the interview and I actually had, I'm trying to touch it now. That's going to be weird because there's going to be nothing there. No! So I went in for an interview and I had, just like a curved barbell, but I had both the balls off because it irritates my nose when I flip it up like this, and I can't for the life of me get those, like, square retainers in. I can't do it. I've sat there for hours and tried. It just won't. I'm like, okay. So I use these and flip them up, but obviously this one has, like, the pointed, I don't know if you can see, like, that doesn't help. But no, they're pointy, and that's, like, annoying inside. And even the ones with the just balls, they just annoy me because it's like there's something in my nose. And then it's always a pain to get them out because I gotta, like, and it's just like driving home, my fucking finger up my nose trying to drive, like, gotta get this out of my nose because it's irritating. And people are like looking at me like, well, okay, you got some there digging for gold, I'm digging for a septum ring. I figure if I just take it out, and I won't have to worry about any of that anymore. So yeah, this is my life now. Again, I mean, aesthetic doesn't make you who you are. Like, looking a particular way, even if you, like, I mean, admire an aesthetic. Like, I mean, if I could walk around looking like Susie Sue all day, every day, like Susie Sue and Sid Vicious had a love child, if I could look like that every day, I mean, that would be great. But, I mean, obviously, I lack the energy, I lack the get up and go to do that. I mean, people who can get their aesthetic on every day. How? Well, what did you sell your soul for? Because, like, I want to know, who'd you make a deal with? Because I don't have that kind of get up and go. Trying to get the eyeliner up. oh, the fucking eyeliner, and then trying to get it off at the end of the day. It's like, I spent 2 hours putting this on, and now I gotta wipe it off, or it gets all over my pillows. It's just like, god damn it. And I used to, when I was younger and more full of energy and more, you know, yay, I got it. Because, like, when I was younger, I placed more emphasis on looking a particular way. Like, I gotta project to the world, this is me! Look at me, I'm different! But I mean, like, now I just kind of want people to leave me alone. So, like, like, yeah, it's great when people acknowledge you, or, like, when you see other people of the same subculture in a, like, a store, and you're both, like, dressed up in that aesthetic, and you're like, yeah, that's great. The point is, that's not what it's about. Like, I don't know, I walk a fine line between punk and goth, and I know there are many different classifications of that. Yeah, you do you, pal, but, like, I'm just kind of both. Like, I listen to both genres of music, I enjoy the aesthetics of both, but the aesthetic isn't really what it is. It's mostly about the music, in my opinion, and different philosophies, different outlooks, and punk and goth can blend together philosophically really well. So, I don't know, I kind of admire, and I kind of live by both. It's just kind of what I was attracted to. But yeah, the emphasis on just the aesthetic, like, I need to look this way to tell everybody that I'm this way, is, I guess, kind of poserish. I don't like saying that, but if you just live by the aesthetic, and you're so hung up on looking a specific way, and I have to tell everybody this, I guess that's where the attachment begins, and it is kind of poserish, because you kind of lose the meaning behind both the subcultures. And this turned into a video about that anyway, but no, it's out of my face, and I'm still me. Nothing's changed. I mean, I might be a little sad, because every time I try to go like that now, because my nose itches, because I got oil on my fingers, which is for my hair, which I now got on my nose, which makes it feel weird, so I'm going to keep doing that, and I'm going to be like, where is it? But, yeah, no, I'm still me, and, I mean, as much as it sucks, because I know, like, you pay a lot of money, you buy a lot of jewelry, like, all of my 7/16 gauges, jewelry, whatever. I still say gauges, even though I mentally berate myself for it. It's like, yeah, I got gauges. No, you don't! Anyway, that went off on a whole tangent. But you buy the jewelry, and you spend a lot of money. You spend money to get it pierced. You dedicate time to taking care of it while it's healing. You wash it twice a fucking day for a fucking month and a half, 2 months. And then when you take it out, it's just kind of like, but I mean, you got a good 6 years out of it. I mean, I did. I got a good 6 years out of mine. I had no complaints about it. Hiding it irritates my nose, because my nose is thin. It's thin this way, but it's long this way, which, yeah, oh god, yeah. So it's long this way, like a fucking, what's that puppet dude with the nose? But it's like thin, and then like it just irritates. It's like the clothes make the man. That doesn't make any sense for my analogy. Well, hold on. Yeah. But not really. That analogy is really a bad analogy. Like, the clothes make the man. No, not really, because it's really your mental outlook, your mental philosophy, the person that you are in your mind, that you project to the world just through your actions, not your appearance that should matter. Moral of the story is, it's okay to change. There we go. It's okay to change your physical appearance. It's okay to move on, retire the precious. There we go. I feel like I should play my funeral music again.